सर आज छुट्टी है थर्ड 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 वाले सही बात है ओके गौरव सत श्री अकाल सर जी गौरव सत श्री अकाल copy to all welcome okay so let's quickly do it guys so CTF which I'm going to do today is known as Toppo. This is a beginner CTF to learn about Linux privilege escalation. Those who do not know what do you mean by Linux privilege escalation, I'll talk a little bit about that also guys. So in nutshell, if I have to repeat a short definition of what do you mean by privilege escalation, I can talk about a small small explanation. If you talk about Linux privilege escalation in plain English, then I can say so Linux privilege escalation happens when a malicious user exploit a bug, design flaw, or a configuration error in an application or operating system to gain elevated access to resources that should normally be available to that user. Now that was an in plain English which I just read, okay, in a normal way. I hope you're using Android phone and I hope you're using iPhone also. Whenever you buy any device, they always have an operating system into it. Every operating system is divided into two ways of permissions. One, permissions which you will get from a user's point of view. One permission you will get as an administrator. So for example, in your colleges, when you used to go to the labs, they will give you a system, and in that system you usually can't do much because that is a user level, that is the student login system. Like you cannot change your wallpaper, you cannot go to the C drive, so on and so forth. So there are certain restrictions which are there which will not allow you to explore the system in totality. Now what do you mean by privilege escalation then? Privilege escalation is when you try to jump from the user account to the admin account. This is from the Windows context. In Linux, the maximum privileges you can get in the root access. So whenever in any Linux box, any Linux operating system, when we try to jump from a user account to the root account, we call it privilege escalation. Now this root access is by default we are considering, but sometime it happens you can jump from one user to another user and then you can go to the root permissions, okay, root account where you can have access of all the users. So there will be root, and under the root there will be user number 1, user number 2, user number 3. So I hope till now you got what do you mean by root permission on an operating system. Same thing as I told you in the mobile operating system. Whenever you have for example, you have an Android device. When you buy an Android device, you have seen, like especially Xiaomi, you know, you have a shitty browser inside. You have 50 tarike ka, like 50 types of advertisement application which you cannot delete, right? As a user, you cannot delete those applications because they were installed by the administrator, they are installed by the manufacturer of that device. So when you root your device, then you have automatically elevated your permission. You just did the privilege escalation. So with that exploit, with that method, from a user account, you jumped to the root level, the same level of access which the manufacturer is having on the mobile device. So this type in normal, when you jump from a user account to the admin account, okay, you have the privilege of the user account, but somehow by hook or by crook, you jump from user account to the admin account. This is known as privilege escalation. I hope this is the easiest way someone can make you understand this. If you still did not understand, then पता नहीं जी कौन सा नशा करता है, I don't know, right? So this is my answer to you guys. So so I hope you understood what I'm trying to say here. Now let's go back. The CTF which I am using today is known as Toppo or Toppe, I don't know. Toppo, Toppo, okay. So this is the machine which I am using. Those who do not know what is Toppo, I'll talk about that later. On the right hand side, I'm running Kali Linux, and on the left hand side, I'm running Toppo. That is the CTF. It's available on Vulnhub, so it's very easy for you to find out. I have already put the link in the description. If it is not, then I will put the link into the description. Okay. Please sing the song again. Okay. पता नहीं जी कौन सा नशा करता है, यार मेरा हर एक से वफा करता है. ठीक है. Okay, Asif, are you happy now? Can you sleep now peacefully after when I sang this song? Now Asif can sleep very peacefully. Okay. Okay. Nice. Good night, Asif. Okay. So now we have, guys, Toppo, my CTF, and right now I have Kali Linux also. So let me enter it, put it root. My username is this. Okay, so what is the challenge we have in this CTF, guys? The challenge, we have two challenges. Okay, first, we need to get a root access. So actually three levels of this entire CTF. First, we need to get a shell on the system. Okay, this shell will come as a user level. Second, we need to get a root access. Okay, one is user account, one is root account. Once we have the root account, then we need to get the flag. Now what is a flag? Flag is a hidden hash value or a number which you can only get in two ways. And I am talking about OSCP scenario, those people who don't understand. In OSCP, if you get a machine, there are two type of flags which are hidden. One is local.txt, second is proof.txt. Local.txt is always, most of the times, is available when you get a shell on the system. So for example, when you get into a user account, you will see a local.txt, and when you open that local.txt, there is a file, there is a number. That is a number. That means out of 20 marks of that machine, 10 marks you already got. Okay. Now 50% is done. Now when you will get a root access of that machine, after doing the privilege escalation, you have to do it, okay, in all the machines. Then you will get the proof.txt. In proof.txt, again there will be a small hash file or hash value. Then again you have to submit that to the OSCP exam portal, whatever you have. So this is the flags, we call it flags. In this machine, in Toppo especially, there is one flag which you will only get if you get a root access. So first we will get the user account, then we will get a root access, and once we have the root access, in the root folder there will be a text file. I hope you are with me till now, guys, if you are not sleepy, because if you are not sleepy, that is a good thing. Okay, very nice. Now next, okay, so I hope you have your if you want some time, you can download that CTF, okay, Toppo CTF and Kali Linux. Both are on NAT, by the way. Right now my both machines are on NAT. Okay, I'm not using on bridge, NAT, 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 capital. Okay, what is the difference between Toppo and or Kali? Toppo is a CTF which we want to crack. Kali is an operating system through which we will crack. I hope I am clear. Movie time. Pirated once. Movie time. No problem. Anyways, let's go back, guys. So I presume that you have a Toppo and you have a, so you can see here Toppo is running here, guys, and on the right hand side my Kali Linux. First thing first, okay, always remember, whenever you are trying to hack into a machine, the first thing you want to know, which machine, right? Which machine? I do not know which machine, right? I'm connecting to a Wi-Fi or a network, doing a doing a black box pen testing. I do not know how many machines are there. I want to hack it. So the first thing you need to do is, you need to open the terminal. This black screen, my dear friends, which you have seen in very, very big hacking movies. This is the screen. This is the screen to the heaven and the hell. So the first thing you need to do is you have to type apt scan minus L. It's apt scan. It's apt scan minus L. This is an application which will check the network, the local network where you are connected, and tell you how many other computers are connected with your computer on the same network. Simple, right? Very simple. Press enter. Nice, very good results, guys. And you can see here these two, usually one is router, one is my VMware, I guess, and this is again end of subnet. So usually this is the IP address which I think is my target. This is my target, guys. Let's do it. So copy and map. Boom, boom. So this is the command. Obviously I did this CTF 2 hours back in front of you, so the command is already ready. In case you do not know what is this, now I know that this is the IP address which I want to hack. But is this IP address is a Windows operating system? Is this a Linux or what? Male or female or what? I don't know. So now to know about that, I'm using an application known as Network Mapper, Nmap, right? And in Nmap, I'm using -sv, that is for version, and -sc, which is the default command, -o, maybe the operating system, -a is the aggressive scan. Very, very aggressive. So it will ask many questions to this operating system, and whatever comes back, it will tell us. Press enter. After pressing enter, just wait. Press enter, 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 enter. Oh shit. Sorry. I think I pressed enter very well. Very bad. Very bad. This is not recorded, by the way. This is not recorded, by the way. Yes, it is not recorded, guys. ये recorded नहीं है भाई. This is live, guys. I am doing 2 times, okay? Last time भी मैंने किया था, अभी भी किया है. Why you are not sharing this webinar, guys? Why you are not sharing it? Tell me. Why you are not sharing this CTF? Share it with your friends. दबा के लाइक कीजिए दोस्तों. 24 व्यूज है. आई नीड 100 व्यूज राइट नाउ. शेयर कर दीजिए, फैला दीजिए. क्या नाम है उस टीचर का जो ऐसे बोलता है, मतलब दे स्पीक रियली. एनीवेज सर, आप सोशल मीडिया पे पक्का रिप्लाई करेंगे? नहीं करूँगा. मैं नहीं करूँगा. मैं सोशल मीडिया पे रिप्लाई नहीं करूँगा, समझे? नहीं करूँगा मैं. वरुण मिश्रा नहीं करूँगा मैं. नहीं. यस बिल्कुल. कौशिक दत्ता, बिल्कुल. कौशिक एक सब्सक्राइबर हमारा, अच्छे से पता है इसको, सब पता है इसको आता है. वेरी नाइस कौशिक. ब्लॉक करना पड़ेगा तुम्हें. ऐसे तो सबको पता लगेगा कि मेरे को आता नहीं और तुम्हें ज़्यादा आता है, तो तुम्हें ब्लॉक कर देना पड़ेगा कौशिक. क्या ख्याल है दोस्तों? कर दिया जाए इसको ब्लॉक? एनीवेज कोई बात नहीं, छोड़ देते तो गुड. ऐसे बताते रहो. ओके, लेट मी कम बैक नाउ. आई हैव रेड ऑल द चैट्स. ओके, सो नाउ यू कैन सी गाइस, हमने अपना कीबोर्ड तोड़ दिया है. और बाय द वे, इन केस अगर आपको नहीं पता, ये टूट चुका है. ये देखो, मैंने इतनी ज़ोर से मारा, उसके स्प्रिंग बाहर आ गए हैं पूरे. लिटरली तोड़ा है मैंने. ये देखो, अभी मैंने एन से एंटर किया तो सेंटर वाला उसका बाहर आ गया. ये देखो, तो ऐसा आपको नहीं करना है, ठीक है? एनीवेज, तो हम बहुत ऊपर आ चुके हैं. ओके, सो दिस इज द रिजल्ट गाइस वी हैव. दिस इज द रिजल्ट वी हैव. सो द फर्स्ट थिंग which we need to see is how many ports are open and how many ports are TCP or UDP. You can also try that also. Right now you can see we have port number 22 which is open, and usually on this port SSH service works. Secure socket, we can say. Not secure shell actually. So what is this secure shell? it is like the remote desktop. So for example, if you are using TeamViewer, whenever you see this 22 port, there is a possibility if you hack SSH connection. So OpenSSL 6.7.p1 is running there. Either you can find any vulnerability in this version of SSH connection, this application OpenSSH they are using. If you're able to find an exploit, you can directly hack this by running the exploit on this port number, and you can see the state is open, it is not even filtered, so there is no firewall running there, so you can directly attack it and you can get an access. In case you do not find any exploit of this version, then there are some other methods which we will teach you today how you can crack SSH, okay, or maybe guess SSH, or you can log in from SSH. So what will happen after that? When you will have the username and password of SSH, you can actually remotely, suppose I hack into a system and I know the SSH username and password of that system, which is in maybe Uganda. Why I took Uganda? मतलब गरीबी जाती नहीं अंदर से, मतलब मैं स्विट्जरलैंड भी बोल सकता था, मैं कुछ भी बोल सकता था, लेकिन युगांडा ही क्यों निकला मेरे मुंह से? वाई युगांडा? युगांडा मतलब ओके मान लेते हैं युगांडा, तो युगांडा से अब क्या कर सकते हैं, मतलब फिर भी मतलब आई कांट इवन इमेजिन मेरे मुंह से युगांडा क्यों निकला. देयर आर ब्लडी 140+ कंट्रीज ऑन द प्लैनेट. युगांडा मतलब एनीवेज कोई बात नहीं. क्या कहना चाहोगे आप युगांडा के बारे में दोस्तों? पहले तो ये बताओ मुझे, मैं चैट पे देखना चाहता हूँ. 32 people are live. Oh my God, 32 people are live. क्या बात, क्या बात, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया दोस्तों. Anyway, so this is the thing. So this is SSH. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? So this is all about SSH connection, guys. Okay, this is SSH connection. Whenever you see this port number 22 open, TCP paste post, bang it, bang it. This is the port which is hackable. Okay, this is one observation. Second observation, you can talk about SSH key, doesn't matter what it is. This is second thing, second port which is open, which is port number 80, and it is running Apache version 2.4. Whatever the version is. Again, two possibilities and two types of attacks you can perform. One, you can search for a particular Apache version like Apache 2.4.10 version exploit directly the web server and get the shell. Second, you can see when port number 80 is open on any box, whenever you see a port number 80 or you see 443, stop everything, okay? Stop everything. Just go to that IP address and open that. Whenever you see in any box port number 80, don't try anything else. Just copy paste the IP address and put it and try to find out what type of website it is. Is it a CMS technology, content management system like WordPress? Is it a PHP based something customized web version? It's an HTML kind of a theme which is there. What type of application which is running there on port number 80 or 443? This you need to find out always, always, okay? Now, let's find out what is running on this IP address. Now, to do that, you need to go to again Kali Linux and open your web browser. I do not know why they call it web browser, because they can call it Mozilla Firefox. Here is Mozilla Firefox. Here they are saying it is web browser. जैसे हमें पता ही नहीं है कि मोजिला अगर लिखेंगे तो वेब ब्राउज़र नहीं होता वो कुछ भी. ये चचा है, चचा, अरे ओ चचा. Anyways, so I press enter, guys, and you can see here this is start bootstrap. This is HTML. So one thing you need to do is you have to, whenever you open a website, you have to pay attention. Look for any kind of an email address here. There is no email address here. So this is kind of an blog, guys, and on the right hand side you can see pages. So here whenever you are trying to understand the application which is running on that web server, try to click it and see the URL, and you can see it's pure HTML. If it is a PHP, then there is a possibility maybe the website is dynamic, or maybe running PHP my admin, or maybe running WordPress, I don't know, anything. So if you see, but mostly these ports are HTML. Okay, contact us form, you can fill the contact us form and try to see what comes. Okay, let's see, at gmail.com submit. So we didn't got a shit, they said your message has been sent. Where? Moon or Mars? कहाँ पे गया भाई message? Where the message gone? Huh? Now, if you are smart, or Hindi if you are chunt insan, what you can do is you can actually put a verb suit there and try to see where the message is going. I'm not that intelligent. Trust me. I'm not. No. I'm not intelligent. I'm telling you. No. Normal. Hardworking. Not intelligent. So if you are a intelligent person, you can put a verb suite and then try to see where is this message is going. I don't want to get into that stuff. Okay. I want to take it as simple as possible. Now, so there is nothing here. If I think, you try to do one thing always, try to go for robots.txt. Okay, this file is always there, but on this file nothing is there. Now I can try something else and all, or maybe a WordPress site. Maybe I think it's a WordPress site, so I can type WP login. This is WordPress login, and you can see it's not at all WordPress site. So now, what is my challenge, guys? So now my challenge is I do not know what type of CMS technology is running here, Apache web server, and what are the hidden directories which may or may not exist in this web portal. Now, second step, whenever you see any web application which is running, by default run directory buster there. So directory buster, we call it Derby, or there are some other ghost buster and some directory search, so many other applications like that. Their work is to go and check on your application that how many most common directories exist on this website. So for example, there can be /user /login /this. So there can be many /this /that. Manually, if you try to guess it, it will take ages, right? But if you put a dictionary there with the help of these type of applications, you can check more than 5,000 to 6,000 expected directories which may or may not exist in less than 1 or 2 minutes, right? Now, so let's do it. Open terminal. I will not close this. I will put a new tab, and here I will type directory buster. So it is a default tool in Kali Linux. You don't need to install that. I'm not sure about the Parrot. If you're using Parrot OS, maybe it's there. 1 minute. Khana khaya na, this becomes acidic something. I don't know. Anyways, this is unboxing of a bottle, right? This is unboxing of a bottle. Anyways, so directory buster I'm using. There are some other people who are using something else. You go ahead, go buster, ghost buster, directory search, FFUF tool, anything, whatever you want. Okay, there are many tools to that. I like directory buster. It's a default one, and usually in OSCP this tool is allowed, so I'm happy with that. So just put the directory buster and the IP address. Well, you have to put HTTP, by the way, otherwise it will not recognize. Again, depends upon tool to tool. What is the syntax? Press enter. And now the first directory, guys, which we got is the IP address /admin. And there are some manuals. So you can see here, imagine if you are trying to guess these things manually, it will take ages, and maybe you do not know even what type of directories can be there. Okay, let's go back. Admin, okay, let me open admin now. खुल जा खुलता क्यों नहीं है? Oh, अबे. Anyways, so let me copy this, guys, and right click, copy, open, press enter. Okay, guys, so you can see here now as I open /admin, maybe you are thinking, why did you checked about /admin? You can do that, but I was not sure that admin exists there or not. But if you're doing on regular website, you can do that. Usually you don't get /admin. It's very easy. Again, it's a very beginner friendly web CTF. That's why its admin is there, but 90% chances you will never get /admin. It's like in our time, when we used to hack into things and all, you'll get /login, admin login, and you'll get the login. Okay, so here we got a hint, there is a file known as notes.txt. Secret. Click here. One more secret, guys. Let us read that. Note to myself. Why someone will note something for himself to read later? Oh, personal diary. It look like a personal diary for the person. What do you think? Okay, what is written? I need to change my password. Shitty smiley. 12345 TED 123 is too outdated, but the technology isn't. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the thing is, guys, there are two hints for us. One, the password contains a name. Now this is a trick, okay? In OSCP, you will get many tricks like this. If you get a password, there is a possibility if there is a meaning inside that password, that is a possibility that maybe it's username also. Okay? So if there is a sentence written here like when Ted was there, Ted's password was this. Now I know this is Ted's password. So the username is Ted. So you have to presume by yourself that will be Ted. Okay. So these CTFs are not technical, I must say. They are tricky. You need to have presence of brain to understand what you have and how you can use it. Anyways, so I presume that a username is Ted and the password is this. Now, where to put this username and password? Question number 2. Where to put this username and password? Now, let's go back to our Nmap scan. In Nmap scan, there is SSH open, there is port number 80 open, and when I see the port number 80, there is no PHP myadmin, so I cannot log in into the database with this username and password. There is no login panel, so I cannot use this username and password. There is no FTP, there is no some other connection, but the only thing where username and password is required to log in is this SSH connection. Now, to understand this concept, you have to have little bit of understanding of the open ports. So my suggestion to you is top 1000 ports or top 100. Top 100 ports, you should know what are the top 100 ports. Like 443 is HTTPS, then 21 is FTP, 19 is maybe SFTP, so on and so forth. 25 is SMTP, 22 is SSH. So you should know at least the most popular port numbers and their services and how to log in and log out of these services. These are the basic understandings, okay? And especially many people failed in the CTFs because they do not know how to interact with the open ports, right? And that is a very big problem with a lot of young audience. So just keep this in mind, okay? SSH, you should know how to log in, how to use SSH, how to use FTP, so that whenever it is there, you know at least how to anonymously log in or whatever it's there. I hope you are with me till now, okay? Let me check if you are with me. Very nice, you are with me. Okay, so SSH is there. So let me try to use SSH. I have the username, I have the password. So let me try to use this username and password. So username is Ted and password is this, okay? So I will try to log in. Now how you can log in into SSH, by the way? What is the basic syntax, okay? So the basic syntax is you have to type SSH, and again, as I told you, I have done it recently. So username @ of the IP address. Now @ can be a website also. So if there is an SSH connection working on a website, so ted at google.com can be there. Hope so. I'm not sure, but yeah, IP address to for sure. So SSH ted at this IP address. So this is how I'm interacting with IP address with the user Ted. So Ted is the only user? No, there can be many users. So the topmost user which can get into connection with SSH is the root at the IP address. Right now, we don't have the root, so we have only Ted. So I'll put Ted. And now we'll see Ted talks or not, because it's Ted talk. Nice PJ, huh? Anyway, so let's copy once again and let's paste it, okay? Boom. Boom, boom. So you can see here, clear, and if I type who am I am a Ted. I am Ted, not I am a Ted. I am Ted. And Ted is talking. That's Ted Talks. Ted Talks in our CTF, guys. Ted Talks. So Ted, now what we did, guys, we did the 50% game, okay? Now we have access to Ted's account. Now this is a user on 192, 168, 150 and 133 machine, or maybe the server. On one server, there can be many users. What we did is, we were able to log in into that machine. So this house may be having many rooms, right? You don't own the house, but you are able to get into one room, but you are into the house. So now you need to expand your access from one room to all the rooms in the house. So now from this user, I want to become the owner of the all users. That means I need to get to the main key of the house. I need to get the root access. Now this is where the things will become interesting, guys, because 90% people think if I get a shell, see, I can do if config, it works, so you can't even type if config here, right? That's funny thing. That's good. So you can't even type. So you can see there are restrictions which are here. So if I type cd/root, you can see I do not have the root access, okay? Now, just give me 1 minute. We have some hajmola. This is nice. Cool. Nice. So this is the thing, guys. Just give me 1 minute. I can answer your questions right now. Sir, क्या कर रहे हो? Linux chunks. How are you, my boy? Now it's okay. क्या खा रहा हूँ? हाजमोला खा रहा हूँ मैं. So for our international viewers, what is hajmola? It's a very nice candy to have it. Sana Khan, sir, I am new here. Welcome, Sana Khan. Adab. वेलकम टू आवर स्ट्रीम. सब्सक्राइब कर लेना बेटा आप. आई नीड टू सब्सक्राइब. प्लीज सब्सक्राइब द चैनल गाइज इफ यू आर कमिंग हेयर, अदरवाइज वी विल नॉट गेट द रूट एक्सेस. रंजीत कुमार सिंह, नाइस सर. मतलब हाजमोला खाने से नाइस कैसे हो सकता कोई? मतलब रंजीत क्या बोल रहे तुम यार? रंजीत, रंजीत मैंने कहीं पे नाम सुना है. रंजीत कहाँ पे सुना है? Nail polish. So there is a season on Z5 guys, Nail Polish. You should see that. It's a movie. It's a very nice movie of Arjun Rampal. Watch this. It's known as Nail Polish. इस स्ट्रीम के बाद तुम देखना, ठीक है? बहुत खतरनाक मूवी है. सर ये वीडियो कब आएगी? ये वीडियो अभी आ जाएगी दोस्तों. आज मतलब पूरा फॉर्म में हम, टेंशन मत लो तुम. अब स्ट्रीम सही हो रही है हमारी. देयर आर 40 पीपल हु आर हियर. Okay, subscribing. Ranjit Kumar, yes, Ranjit, the cold-blooded murderer. So the murderer name is Ranjit there. Now I can recall. I hope you are not a cold-blooded murderer. Hot-blooded murderer? No problem. Okay, coming back to the study, guys. Let's back. As you can see, we are logged in into the user account, and now from this user account, we need to do the Linux privileges. Now to do the privilege escalation. There are many ways to do that. First way is this uname -n. You can see I'm running Debian and they are saying 3.1.6 blah blah blah. But what is the other version of this? What is the more detail about this operating system? Nmap result did not show me too much about this operating system. Unless and until you are not sure that which version of this Ubuntu box is, or maybe Debian box is, you cannot find a right exploit to tell that. Now this is interesting. You keep in mind, okay? Whenever you are not sure what is the exact version of that operating system which you want to exploit, always look for a repository known as Linux exploit suggester. Something like that actually. Let me find out. So there is a Linux exploit suggester. Yes, it's Linux exploit suggester. This is the one, guys. If you are not sure that which exploit will run on the machine which is right now in front of me, don't worry. Just use this one. Just copy this one, and you can see it required wget packages to install this one. So before running this command, I need to check, is my hacked machine is having wget command libraries or not, packages or not. So मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा wget. Voila. So this application is working. Okay. So what I will do is, I will paste this command, press enter, and now as you can see here we have les.sh. Now this is a shell script which will run, okay, without root permissions. That's a good part, okay? Always remember. So whenever you are stuck on any machine where you do not know which exploit will work on it, you are stuck, get this application and run it. Now before you run it, you have to give it all permissions, maybe whatever the permission this user is having. Let's enter, and you can see here now it is lightning. So now to run this application you need to type /les.sh, and now you can see here it just run quickly, and now it is telling you these are the possible exploits which are available on this operating system, and you can download the exploit from this link, or maybe this link, or maybe this link. So usually in OSCP you download this one, you tried and check, if any exploit works from these links, well and good. If not, then we'll go for the second method. Now what is the catch in most of the machines in OSCP? Sometimes Suppose if you are 100% sure, okay, this exploit will work here, okay, this exploit will work on this machine. But the problem with that is, once you will download this exploit, you will be able to download the exploit in most of the times in C language. It will be code.c or maybe C++. I'm not sure. .c is there for sure. Okay, so .c. Now you cannot run the C program just like that. Okay, it's like an executable, like this one, like the shell script which is there. You first, if you remember your C classes, right, whenever you write a program, you used to compile that and then the exe file used to come out, right? In the same manner, when you are running any exploit, first you need to do is you need to compile that code. 90% chances you will get an error if the exploit is not, maybe there's a shell problem, shellcode problem, maybe there's a memory address problem, I don't know. And most of people do not know how to change those things according to their machine, because if someone published an exploit, he is publishing the exploit, putting his shell code according to his machine. And you think that you can download that, run that and hack it. Not that easy, guys, not that easy, trust me. So what you need to do is here, so once you download that, you need a C program. Okay, you downloaded the application as a C program. Now to run the C program, you need to compile it. And to compile it in Linux, Ubuntu and most of the Linux distributions, you need to have a package known as GCC. Okay, so now the funny thing is, right now I'm into the Toppo TED account. Okay, if I type GCC is not there, and if I type apt-get install, it will not work also. I don't have the permissions to install anything. So in this case, when you cannot compile any exploit in the box with the user permissions, now there are two options you have. Either drop this box and try something else. Second, you download the C file, compile in your physical machine, your main machine. After compiling, whatever the outcome will come, just transfer this file into here, maybe from W, because wget is working here, so you can compile here, and by putting and put the outcome of that file into the Apache server, and from wget you can actually download that file, the outcome of file, and you can then now run that exploit on this system. Now it may seems very easy, but it is a tough deal. I think I still remember in my OSCP exam there was a machine where I tried to do it. It was a tough deal, you know. It's sometimes your Apache server will not work. Sometimes the code which you compiled on your machine, when you transfer on the real machine, on the attacker's machine or maybe the victim machine, it will not run because maybe machine compatibility. I don't know what's the problem. So these are the two ways. So now in our session, we do not have the GCC. So that means I cannot run the exploit especially the C exploits. Okay, I cannot run the exploit and compile the exploits for sure. And can I compile in another machine? Yes, 100% I can. Will I do it? No, I will not do it. Very time consuming, and it irritates me like anything. The way right now I'm irritated because I'm doing this live stream second time. Okay, now coming back again. When you do not know what exploits you need to do here, and you cannot adopt any external exploit from the external sources, then the second option only remains is, can I find some exploits within the system? Now what do I mean by saying finding the exploits? So there are certain applications and files which are already having admin or root permissions into the system. Okay, again I'm repeating, there are certain applications which are installed by the administrator or the root level, which are being accessed by the users, okay, by all the users, but that application is already having the root access. Okay, if I can use those applications which are already having the privileges of the root and can force them to open terminal for me through them, then if TED will open a terminal, it will always open with the permission of TED. But if those applications which are having root permissions, if they will open a terminal, they will be opening terminal with their permissions which are having root permissions. So this is the plan which we need to execute now. But before proceeding to the plan, first I need to know how many applications or files in my this TED system, in my box, are there having the root permissions or having the maximum permission as compared to the TED. Now to do that, you need to type a command which is a heavy command. Just give me 1 minute. Let me see. Why you see a ban coming? I can see the chat here. Sir cat users.txt. Anyways, अच्छा यहाँ पे कैट हो सकता है ls कैट के पास तो यही है, तो है ही नहीं कोई टेड. अबे तभी मैं चैट नहीं पढ़ता, whenever I see a chat people confuses me. Anyways, so my plan, let's stick to my plan, not your plan. Okay, so now the plan is I need to find out my exploits. Okay, but for that, where is my code? So just give me 1 minute. मैंने वो लिखा हुआ था कोड कहीं पे. Oh yes. Okay, so now we need to find /-prem, not perm. Okay, usually I used to type perm, so I think it's perm, not prem. Perm, yes, perm, and then -u is equal to the user, and type s is the super permission, or you can super user minus types, and f. And please note down this command. Okay, this is very very important, because on Linux boxes mostly this is the command which always will help you. In many CTFs you will see this command is used by many CTF players to find applications within the system. So before going to the external exploit, try to find out the applications and files which are having the permissions which is required for you to get a shell. Okay, and again, where you will be hitting dev null, and that's all. Press enter, and now what they have done is they are showing you, they're locating the application which are having this type of permissions, and you can see here we have more than 10-12 applications. So now I need to use few applications out of these applications, or you can say the packages, or you can say the files, and with their help I need to open a terminal. Now because all these files are having super user permissions, which is a good part, so that will not be a problem. So the first and most important thing comes to my mind is Python. Okay, this is important, and if you do not want to do that, you can type like which Python. This is a command which help you to see whether you have Python in your system or not, and then you can run this command and it will show you that okay, Python is having, usually 99.99% Python, if it is there, it is already having permissions of the SU permission, super user permission. So that is a very good thing. So you don't need to put the first command, you can just type which Python and go ahead with that. Anyway, so in Mr. Robot CTF, if you remember, in most of the CTF, all the popular CTFs, Python is always there, and you used to spawn the shell from this machine and evoke or revoke the shell with the help of this Python. You try to open the shell which is placed in bin.sh, bin sh folder, whatever. So what I'm going to do is, in short, in the last webinar, what I did is I tried to in last 2 or 3 hours back, I got the root access from from this application mock. So you can root this box in two ways. One is this application and one is this application. Either you can use the Python code, or either you can use this, you can use the mock. Mock is basically an inbuilt application in it. I'm sure, I hope so. And this is basically used for an attack known as abusing the sudo. So when you abuse the sudo, you can use basically this one, and then this application can help you to interact with the shell, the terminal into the root access. So I think in my last CTF, I used this one, although I can type the code for you. If you want, you can type the code. That will be MAWK space, then begin. That will be capital. Hope so, yeah. System, and then /bin/sh. So this is the shell, which is the terminal which I'm trying to revoke, which I'm fetching with the user permissions. And here you go. So this is the code, guys. This, if you are doing with me right now, try this code, press enter, and you will jump into the root permissions immediately. Okay, this will help you to jump from user Ted's account to the root account. Okay, this is option number 1. To root any machine, there are many ways to do that, depends upon the applications. For example, if there will be nmap here, if you remember Mr. Robot, we did not have Python and all, but we had nmap there. So from nmap we use the command interact, and because nmap was having the root permissions, because nmap was having the super user permissions, through nmap we opened a terminal, and when nmap opened a terminal, by default I got a terminal which is having root permissions, right? Now if I press enter, I will get the root access, but I will not do this because in my last CTF I used the same thing, but this time I will use the Python. So I will use Python to get the shell. Okay, so we call it spawn attacks. So to do that, you need to type Python -c, then import so this is pty shell we used to call it, and dot spawn. Now spawn is basically a command now which is telling that what action item you need to do after that. So what I'm doing is, now in bracket, this function, whatever I will write in function, they will invoke it. Okay, they will execute it with root permissions. Okay, so I am typing bin-sh, that I need the terminal. Okay, and that's all. So this is the code, guys. Python -c import pty dot spawn, and then the thing which you need to execute. So now I press enter. What the fuck? Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Pty spawn. Oh, sorry. It was a problem, guys. Syntax error. Slash was missing, guys. Slash directory. Okay. Boom. Now, what do you see, guys? If I type here, who? Okay, no. Who am I? Who am I? And the answer is, I am root. So we got the root access, and right now this is known as privilege escalation. And now to root the machine, boot to root, we need to get the flag. Now where is the flag? ls ted. No, I don't want to go to ted. I want to go to the root folder. Now if you remember, while in TED account, when we try to access this directory, it says permission is denied, but this time permission is not denied. That means we have really root account. ls flag.txt, dosto, that is the file. that is the file which we wanted. So now I'll type cat flag, oops, what the heck, cat flag dot txt. Congratulations, there is your flag. Blah, 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 whatever the things. So now I can change the username. I can, from this shell, I can go to a better shell like the real shell. I can interact and then do whatever I want. So, but overall, this is the flag. I'll copy paste this flag and submit in my OSCP machine, and we are good to go. But I hope you learned now what do you mean by privilege escalation, guys. So how was it, guys? I hope you enjoyed, and if you enjoyed, do let me know. Okay, let me see the comments. Linux Chung, Tasneem Bora, sir, which is best average PC for practicing Python code? Anything. Raspberry Pi even. 3000 rupees Raspberry Pi system is very good, Tasneem. 10,000 का PC. Python के लिए कोई भी PC चलेगा. You don't need to pay money. Linux chunks, okay. Himanshu, sir, what is -t for about command? Good question. Let me see, by the way. Let me see. सर हिमांशु वाला क्वेश्चन, हाँ दे रहा हूँ हिमांशु वाला क्वेश्चन मैं जवाब देता हूँ. गुड क्वेश्चन ही आस्क, बट मुझे सर्च करने दो एक बार बस, थंग से एक बार. आई एम नॉट, मेरे को पता है बट आई एम नॉट श्योर एग्जैक्टली व्हाट दैट मीन्स इज. सो आई थिंक इट्स रीडेबल और समथिंग. बस एक मिनट दे दो मुझे. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Yes, so find -t f -prem so find hyphen type f hyphen name. I think this command will give you a show the hidden files. Okay, so I have two definition of this, but I'm not sure which one is right. F is definitely is file. It's like find files which are having what is the meaning of, I don't know what is the meaning of this. So this is definitely not an output. This is, I think, a connector. The greater than sign, usually we call it as an output in our Metasploit, but I'm not sure this is the same thing here. Anyone who can help me with it? Yes, file, I hope so, I'm not sure. So F, I don't know, I really don't know, seriously. Definitely this greater than sign is not output like Metasploit when we make the payload. But yeah, tell me, help me out. Linux chunks, you must be knowing it. Come on, your name is Linux, you must be knowing it. What is the meaning of that? I see a ban coming. Kar de ban, Sparsh ko ban kar de. Okay, anyways guys, so this is it for today's class, and I'm sure that this will not be deleted now. I hope you enjoyed. It was very full of fun CTF, guys. If you want this type of CTF, then definitely let me know. I don't want to be very professional here. I just want to be very casual, the way we learned today. I hope at least you are clear with the basics of Linux privilege escalation, or maybe next CTF will come up with some more. And thank you so much. And I'll be prepared, you will be prepared, and together next time we'll do it in a very good manner. Thank you so much, and good night. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Thank you so much for coming to the webinar.